Hello. I am going to wait here 1 minute to make sure Carol can get on. I popped on 1 minute early just to make sure we don't have any technical difficulties. We'll see. We will see. Let's find out. All right. So I have to just wait until Carol. Okay, there's Carol. All right. Hang on, Carol. All right. Now it's going to let me. Okay. Sent to you. So let me know. Let me know that worked. There she is.
You can see me?
Hi, Carol. How are you?
I'm fine. Can you see me all right?
Great. Kind of. I know. I'm kind of off the screen too. What's going on here? Hello, Brittany. Hello, Judy.
Do I need to move it back?
Maybe can you point it down a little?
Yeah.
Are you able to do that? There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I can't see it. I'm just seeing writing, which I don't need to look at myself. So as long as you can see me, I'm good.
Awesome. Yeah, they can see you. They totally can.
Right.
But if you, Carol, if you do want to see yourself, you can just swipe the comments the other way, but that's totally up to you.
Okay, that might help.
And then yeah. Okay, so I am just really quickly, I just wanted to make sure this is up on your page as well. So I'm just checking real quick, and then we'll be good to go. So you guys, if you pop on with us, let us know you're here. I know it is 1:30 in the afternoon, so a little odd timing, but you will definitely want to hear this, and just give us some love. Gina's there. Hi, Gina. And Judy, awesome. All right, you guys. So Carol, I had brought you on and asked you to come join me in this fun live because I really want people to hear, I want people to hear your story. And then I'm going to share a little bit about my story. And then we're going to just tell you a little bit more about one of specifically a product that really brought us both here, and kind of why it's such a standout product. So Carol, I'm going to let you kind of take it away. Can you give a background just of yourself, and then, why you came here and what brought you here?
Okay. Thank you, Lauren. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm all excited too, y'all, because this is the first time I did a live with somebody. So it's really new to me.
I love it.
And it's so exciting. So first of all, what brought me here is the CBD. Oh, I was supposed to tell you a little bit about me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, tell me a background. Let them know who Carol is first, because you all are going to want to know her. Let me tell you.
I'm 61 years old. I'm retired out of the military. I have 2 children and 5 grandboys. So that's a little bit about me. Now, I did go into the military with already having PTSD. And a lot of people get confused about PTSD, thinking that you had to go to war, which is not it. I had it because of an abusive childhood, and we're just going to leave it at that right now. So naturally, when you already have that, things get worse. I mean, your whole life, you're looking over your shoulders or this or that. So I had a really rough life. I tried to go to the doctor. I got depression pills, anxiety pills, because I would actually have attacks to where, I couldn't function. I couldn't be around people. I've been known to hide out for months at a time, 3 months for me to hide in my bedroom. And basically, yeah, I might go to the grocery store, but it was no socializing. And then I would come out and I could be the little butterfly, real happy, have a real good time. And then I go right back into that shell. And it was just a cycle, my whole life going through this. So naturally, after retiring out of the military, because we hide so much sometimes when we're in a job. But the simple fact is, if we tell anybody that we have a problem, then you're going to have a problem at work. Either you're going to get kicked out or fired. In the case in the military, get kicked out. They didn't really call it firing. So, I always had that to deal with. So I never could let anybody know that I had a problem when I was in the military. And I was real good at hiding it, y'all. You're not really living life like that. So when I got out, it's like, I got to have help with this, because at least in the military, I was so darn busy, like almost 24/7,
Sure.
that,
Yeah.
it was hard for it to really to sink in. But when you get time and then you go through other things that happen in your life, such as a divorce that I didn't even want, that I fought for my marriage, then it made matters worse. And I mean, when that happened, y'all, and I hadn't even been out, I don't think I had been retired for 2 years when that happened. And then I just went downhill. There were months and months, probably almost years, that I stayed at the house by myself. I at that time didn't even socialize. I went to the
Right.
doctor. I didn't like the pills. I couldn't sleep. They'd give me sleeping pills. I was scared of sleeping pills. I had a
Yep.
fear of never waking up. There was something about sleeping pills that put that
Yep.
in my mindset. I don't know if that's because one time that something happened in my life to somebody else, which is just, I don't know what it was, but I had a fear of it, y'all.
Of course.
So what happened then was I went to the doctor. I got on these depression pills. They didn't work. They switched them. The anxiety pills, they didn't work. Every time I go in to see the psychiatrist, I'd walk out just crying. It was embarrassing even to walk out, because everybody knew and looks at you. It's like, oh my God, what's wrong with this lady?
Yeah.
So then, you're going out like this, or you try to hurry and put your sunglasses on to hide what you're feeling, and you're still not feeling better. That's what was so
Right.
awful about the whole situation. And I did the pills like they said. And then when I did do them, I didn't feel better. I would even go to the doctor. I need something to make me to stop crying. I'm tired of crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nothing worked for me. It might have numbed it a little bit, but I was still there. Like I said, I would go out for a little while. Maybe I was good for 2 months, you know,
Yeah.
but then I
Yeah.
sunk right back to where I was, and I
Yeah.
wasn't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So when Texas decided, and then I want to tell y'all a short little bit about my daughter too, but I'm going to tell you about
Yes.
me first. But when Texas legalized CBD, and my daughter's going to come into this one big time, I said, oh, let me try that, because the reason I said, let me try that, is I heard that it was good for epilepsy. My daughter was born with epilepsy. I didn't notice it till she was probably about 2 years old, and I would catch her staring. And I didn't even know anything about that till I went to the doctor. And the doctor says,
Wow.
how long has she been doing that? I said, oh, well, a while now. I just thought she was in Never Never Land. She's a kid. Who would have thought anything? She's dreaming.
Right.
Maybe she's seeing her little friends,
Right.
kids have
Right.
imagination. So then they did the test on her. Needless to say, she started out with the petty mild seizures. So they put her on some medicine. Well, it got worse. She went to the grandma seizures, y'all. She's been
Wow.
life flighted. She's fell through glass. I can't tell you how many times she's fell on her head. She's fell on her face. I mean, blood, bitter tongue. It's horrible. If you know anybody that has seizures and see them go through that, there's nothing you can do for it. How many times have I called 911? Oh my gosh, I couldn't even think to tell you the numbers times I did this.
Terrible.
What was bad is then when she got pregnant, like I said, 5 grandchildren, I even got scared even more.
Of course.
I never knew if she was going to be cooking and light the house on fire because she,
Right.
or burn herself, because you never know which way she's going to fall, y'all. It was a horrible way for her to live, and for me to have to worry 24/7.
Of course.
And when she moved away from me, it was even worse, because at least when she was here,
Yeah.
and there's a noise she would make that if anybody makes that screeching noise in my house, I'll go through the roof, because I'm running to find my daughter, because I know
Right.
the seizure's coming. And she wasn't one of the ones that some people that have epilepsy, they can feel it coming and they can sit down. She didn't have that. So it just came and boom, she was down. So when the CBD got legalized, I was all about it. I wasn't even thinking of me for depression, anxiety, or anything at that time. I thought of my daughter because I heard how great it was. So I spent lots and lots, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on CBD oil because that's what they had was CBD oil. Nope, it didn't work. So, and it was nasty. And you had to hold it under your tongue for a whole minute. And most of the time you had to put 2 drops. And that was like, oh, excuse the terminology.
Like full droppers, right?
Like, yeah, it was like, I'm going to use the terminology, gag maggot. You know, it was horrible, y'all. So anyway, it didn't work. So I wasted that money. They even told me, oh, try CBD gummies. I tried that. I tried it all, y'all. So fast forward, my friend got in this business and she told me about the CBD and I went, okay, been there, done that, got that t-shirt, wasted a lot of money, didn't think it would work. But she said, I'm going to tell you what, I didn't think things would work, but you know, she told me the story about how she gave it to her father for pain. And I said, okay. You know, I'll try it. So I got it for her initially. Again, not thinking it could do anything for me. And guess what, y'all? It is the month of May, so I get to celebrate 9 months seizure-free for my daughter. She was on 6.
I have chills.
Yeah, she was on. Now, let me tell you how many pills she was taking a day. 6 Depakote pills a day to try to keep her seizure free. Notice the word I said, try. She still had seizures. Not every day, y'all, but she still had them with the medication.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something we also learned because she had this so long was there were certain things that we knew if it happened, she would automatically have a seizure. And one of them would be lack of sleep. If she went out and wanted to go dancing with her friends, it was guaranteed the next day she would have a seizure.
Wow.
Guaranteed.
Wow.
So, I mean, that next day I was like in panic mode. Sundays, it's like sit down, lay down, go back to sleep. You know, because she went out Saturday night. I already knew what was going to happen, y'all. It happened every time.
Yeah.
So then I decided to try it because I heard it was good for PTSD, depression, anxiety. And like I said, I did try the CBD oil with her and got nothing. You know, I'm not trying to say it's all bad, but I'm going to tell you everything I tried, and I tried more than one brand, more than 2, more than 3, quite a few, and it did not work. Well, I'm here to tell you.
A lot of money spent, like you said, a lot of money out the door, a lot of money out the window.
Exactly. So, you know, I was really closed-minded to all this at first. But when I saw what it was doing for my daughter and I started counting the months, I was like, there's something to this.
100%.
Yeah. So I might want to check in. Well, I can tell you now that I'm on it, I'm off all my antidepressants and my anxiety pills. And when I have an attack, I just reach for this spray. I carry it with me. And I do my drops faithfully. 2 drops, y'all. Not a dropper full, 2 itty bitty drops. And I can show you that if you want me to. So, but
Carol, your daughter, when she started to take this, was she hesitant at first too?
Yeah, she kind of said, well, Mom, you know, I mean, she did at the very beginning, and I don't count those months as seizure free. She stayed on her medicine. And then she was like, you know, I'm feeling pretty good now, Mom. So she decided, and Lauren will explain to you, we can't make no medical claims. She's going to go through all that when she tells you a little bit
Yep.
more on the product. I know she's going to tell her story in the product. She'll tell you we can't make no claims like that. I'm just telling you my story. She completely got off
100%.
her pills just like I did. And now she's not on no Depakote tearing up her liver. And one of my grandchildren, we almost lost because of her being on Depakote. He was when he
Oh, because she was pregnant
yeah,
on that,
and she
right?
had to take him. And when he was born, I mean, oh my gosh, the stuff, seeing the little baby hooked up because it affected his liver. It affected
Of
him.
course.
And it's so horrible, but she couldn't be without it. And this was before I knew about this great business, y'all.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm telling you, it's just amazing. I cannot praise this product enough. And I did go in for the discount, but I didn't really share at that time. You know, I was just using it for me and my daughter. And then it was like, I can't keep this to myself. I have to tell the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I tell people, Carol, all the time. Your story just there alone. And if you guys, oh, I can't see the comments. If you guys are on here and you know anybody who suffers with anything that Carol just shared about, you would give anything, especially as a mom. She just shared that she didn't even think about it for herself. The first thing we think about are our kids, and we always put them first, always, even when, and to have the depression, the anxiety, and PTSD that you are already dealing with, and then to have that on top of it with your daughter, that causes a lot of things. But to know that there's so many other people out there that are suffering just like you. I mean, as soon as you shared some of your story, I already knew people I thought about, and both on epilepsy and on depression, anxiety, and PTSD. And you guys, if we just held that in, if Carol never ever opened up to share her story, that we would never ever be able to help other people. It just wouldn't. People would still be suffering. People would still be in the dark. People would still be going through things. And that's why we are so passionate about being open and honest and sharing. Because just like Carol said, we don't make medical claims. We don't say this treat, heals, cures, anything. But all we can tell you are the testimonials that we have and the facts that we have on our product and the testing results to show you, and the 20 plus years of research that's been done on CBD. So you guys who are on Carol's line too, I just want to quickly just share a little bit about my story too. First off, I want to say I met Carol just 2 weeks ago in California, and this lady, I have to tell you too, Carol, your daughter commented on one of your lives, and it literally, like, it will make me cry. But she commented on something. Carol's like, I'm telling you, she's a spitfire of energy and she's hilarious. And to even think that you, Carol, were like, again, you went through those deep, dark times. You were up and down, me from an outside person that wouldn't know you, I would never, ever, ever know that. Right. And that's something you said, you learned how to hide it very well. But when your daughter commented on your post and she said, I have my mom back. Yeah. I was just like, see, yeah. I'm already losing it. Because literally, like, you guys, that is the stuff. That's what happens. Like, those are the things this is why we share this stuff. This is why, like, oh my God. Yeah. So this is why we share this stuff, right? Because literally we cannot sit back and let that just pass by. We can't, there's no way. And that's why I wanted you guys to also hear from somebody else, because you do hear a lot from me and Carol. All the people who are on your page, you hear a lot from Carol. She wanted you to hear something from somebody else. So with that being said, my story is a little different than Carol's. I actually suffered from postpartum anxiety. Okay. So I didn't have the depression or anything like that. But as a new mom, I had, new mom anxiety. But then when I had my second daughter, or my second child, who's a daughter, something was way different. Something like anxiety was way heightened, way through the roof. I'm a very social person. I didn't want to be around people. I would get heart palpitations and have really heavy chest when I'd have to be in groups. It was just all different things. I was worried that we'd step out the door and something would happen to my kids at all times. And then, a pandemic comes on top of it. And at the point of my lowest was when the start of the pandemic happened. And you guys know, like, we didn't know if the world was ending or what the heck was going on at that time, right? Like, it was, and that set me off even more. And so I always shared this too. If you are watching today and any of this story has sparked you in any way, there's a reason for it. Because the day I saw this product, it was like, there was a reason I was supposed to see this product. There was a reason I was supposed to get this product in my hand. And when I saw my friend share about it, and I'd actually never tried a CBD before, but I had people tell me for years, Lauren, you need to try this. Lauren, you need to try this. And I just always wrote it off. I just didn't really, I was never, I never did drugs or anything like that. So I was always like, oh, I always thought it was going to be something like that. And so I'm telling you again, I needed to see it that day because I was at the point where it's either I needed to get on medication and go see somebody, or I was not going to be the mom that I could be or the wife to my family. So when that happened, when my friend shared it with me, I got it. I instantly, here's the thing. The funny thing is, Carol, I actually shared it with my dad. Just like you said, you first did your daughter, because my dad has suffered with depression and severe back pain for 30 plus years. And so I said, Dad, all right, I need you to try this, and kind of almost like my guinea pig too, because I'm like, Dad, I just need to know. I need to know what your thoughts are, because if it can help somebody like him, then I knew, okay, all right, then I'm going to it'll help me. So he did. And after a day or two, he was just blown away. And to be honest, he had smoked marijuana before. He had been on painkillers. He had been on depression medications. He'd been on all those things. And to see each month, this is 7 months now that he's been on this, to see each month just the continued growth. Again, it's amazing to watch and see. So at that time, about a week and a half later after he tried it, I then did. And I'm not kidding you guys. Within 30 minutes, I had a release. I was like released of that worry. I didn't have the constant thoughts going on. Like, what do I need to do? What's going to happen? The task list didn't get done. Oh my, all that stuff. It wasn't there. I can sleep again. I'm back to myself. My husband's even like, ever since ever since October is when I joined. And he always says, ever since October is when my wife became herself again. And it's because when I got this product in my hand, you guys, just like Carol, at first she wanted it for the discount. I'm going to be honest. When I saw this, I said, holy crap, is this insane? Is this an opportunity of a lifetime to be able to help people with a unicorn in an industry that is billions of dollars projected in these next couple of years? And so I dove right in. And you guys who have been on my page, this is a rocket ship. This is taking off. And just like on Carol, she wanted to share this because, again, when we have this story, we can't hold that in. We can't not share this. So with that being said, the biggest difference I want you to know is Carol said she tried. You said, Carol, how many? Like just 3 or 4 different types of CBD or more?
At least.
Okay. So at least. So the biggest thing here is, you guys, Carol was trying a CBD oil. All right. And I will tell you that the CBD industry alone is there are a lot of things that go corruptly, just like anything in this world. Right. And so you really have to know where your products are sourced from, where your hemp is derived from, where what's making up that product. If you're getting something on the shelf at a store, I'm going to tell you right now to stop. Because if you don't know more about the company that's providing it or making it, you could be getting just crap that you're putting into your body. Okay. Remember, this is all plant-based supplements, you guys, but that means that, for some companies, it could have the tiniest bit possible from the worst part of the plant, and it could be doing nothing for you. And you're just spending money because you think in your head, yeah, I heard that's supposed to work. Right. So the biggest difference, you guys, is that an oil is different than a fluid. We have a whole flower fluid, meaning that we have the whole entire plant straight to our bottle. There is no heat, chemicals, CO2. There is no additives, fillers, or oils added in. So you are getting a cold press, patented extraction into the bottle, and you are just getting that plant. That is it. So when Carol said this actually worked, I 100% believe that, because nothing in there was taking away from the true medicinal benefits of the plant. And oftentimes, you guys too, if you did not know this, but when you get a CBD oil, many times it's an isolate product, which means that it's only taking one part of the plant And the beauty of this plant, after 22 years of research, you guys, this is why the CBD industry is booming, because the research there, it works when used properly. So that whole plant, getting all of those different benefits medicinally in the body, makes 10 times the more benefits than you would if you had an isolate part. So we always think of like, you know, a spinach leaf and the whole salad and all the goodies in there. We have the whole salad, you guys. We have the most organic form of plant to bottle that there is out there. And the testimonials and the constant growth and changing of lives that are happening is because of this product. Now, Carol showed there a spray too, right? Carol,
Yeah.
you got your spray there? So you guys, this spray is actually an energized spray. So you actually spray it 2 times. I think Carol did it earlier today too. 2 times in the back of the cheek, and you get a wider range and actually a quicker absorption, but it's still our same fluid. What they did was just put organic mint and cinnamon in there to cut the taste. Because I will tell you, Carol, what did you think when you first tried the CBD fluid for the first time?
I was like, oh, Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah,
like the plant.
Yeah, it is strong, and you know you're getting a plant. And this, Carol, show them the 2 drops. Show them all that you need. Yeah, so raise your hand a little higher there. Perfect. You guys, raise it up a little bit more this way. There you go. 2 drops, you guys, not full dropperfuls, because you don't need all that added oil and additives in there. We don't need the oil. We only get the 2 drops to get the most medicinal benefits that our body needs. And now, Carol, you take this consistently every day, you said?
Oh, yes.
Is it? Yeah. Okay. So she consistently takes it every day. And I will say for myself, I'm more like, because of mine personally for anxiety, I really take it as needed. I'm probably on a 3 to 4 days a week now, because for me, it's when my anxiety is spiking, or when I know, you all, if you've had anxiety, you all know that there's certain things that trigger. And when you're about to step into a situation, you can calm yourself down with this beforehand. Or I use it for sleep. I get the best night's sleep of my life when I take this before bed. Like, thoughts are gone. I get the deepest sleep. I wake up like, woo, I finally slept, So you guys, that is the biggest difference between what an oil-based has and compared to what we have. Okay. So those are the very large components. And there's so much more I can go into detail on. That's a whole nother day. But I just really wanted you guys to hear our stories. I wanted you to understand that why did this product work for Carol and her daughter when others did not? And really, again, why we decided to partner with this company and to share. Because that is literally what we do. We share our story and we try and help other people. And that's it. And now, Carol, now that you've been able to share, because at first you just did it for the discount, now that you've been able to share, can you tell them just really quickly, like, what has it done for you and your family?
Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me tell you what. I'll tell you when I really decided to get off of my behind and really decided, because, I'm going to tell you, the collagen put me in overdrive, y'all. It really did. And the reason being is I got on the collagen, and at first I was taking the recommended dosage. I didn't even know anything. Like, I've got a collagen run group, and that's where we're loading. I call it collagen run, but it's collagen loading. So that's why I say collagen run. So anyway, I decided, I kept looking in the mirror and I said, oh, because I used to be a smoker, y'all. I think I haven't smoked in 11, 12 years now.
Amazing.
But so I was like, I told my daughter, because of course you don't tell your son nothing. They're like, I don't know. It's a guy's thing. So I always went to my daughter. And so I said, Lisa, I think my wrinkles are disappearing. She goes, I don't know, Mom. I see you every day or every week or la, la, la. Or we're FaceTiming. So she was like, I don't know, maybe so. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? And I've shared this picture with many of the people on my page, is I did a comparison. I took March of 2020 to March of 2021. And oh my goodness, my eyes went, meow. You could see an amazing difference. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm not sitting down, not sharing this anymore. These products are amazing. Not only do I feel better, my daughter is seizure free. I found out a testimony personally from a friend of mine whose daughter has migraines to where She has to have a dark room, go to emergency, all this, along with my daughter found out about migraines, that this is the best stuff for a migraine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I had those testimonies of a few friends where, because previously in a business I was in, I wasn't a very good seller. I've never been a good seller. I mean, for me to try to sell you this cup, I'm not your girl. I'm really not. But what I found out about this company is, and I did it Sunday, is that I'm not selling nothing. All I'm doing is sharing with you. These products sell themselves, y'all. It's amazing. I couldn't believe it. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to share. But that's what set the fire under me, is when I saw the collagen, and then I started noticing, because I had real bad knee problems in my left knee. That's another thing. And I'm going to tell you what, I didn't think after retiring out of the military I'd be able to run anymore, because I gave it up. I didn't have to anymore. My knee hurt, especially my left knee. I couldn't go up and down stairs without being in pain. Most of the time I'd hold on, do sideways. And we have a house that has stairs. And if towels need to go upstairs, you know, somebody else needs to carry them up, because mom's going to try to avoid the stairs. Well, guess what now? 2 weeks ago, I ran on a mountain, y'all. My knees are good to go.
I was just going to say, I would never know Carol had knee problems. You guys, if you're still on with us, Carol told you she's 61 years old. This woman outdid every single 30 and under person that was there on the mountain. So we went to California, and you guys, she came hauling down the mountain as fast as she could. She was climbing over walls. It was insane. The physical part, that when I saw Carol, I was like, oh my gosh, this woman is absolutely amazing. And to hear that, Carol, I had no idea. That is insane. That is so amazing to know that, because I would never have known you had any pain whatsoever.
And then that's why I decided, hey, I'm not keeping these products, y'all. My heart is full with them. And on that, when I went to help my daughter on a bridal venue that she had Sunday, because she's a baker. First time in my life, I didn't have a nasty taste in my mouth when I wanted to share something, because I wasn't selling, I was sharing. And there is testimony after testimony after testimony about these amazing whole plant food products. I'm so excited that my words go.
Well, that's because we were talking about the whole flower fluid for the first 30 minutes. No, guys, Carol's right. That's exactly why we are so passionate, because you guys, we don't sell stuff. We literally share and help people. And in turn, we share more stories and help more people. And that's why we're on here today, because I hope that somebody out there, if it's just one person or if it's 20 people, and you have suffered, or you know somebody that has suffered in any way and you don't want to see them suffering anymore, that you then can be able to help them out. You then can be able to share this with them, and you can be able to get this product in their hands so that they can get help as well. Because again, we don't want to sit back and watch people suffer anymore. It's not a way to live. Carol said that from the beginning. It is not a way to live, and you are only given this life one time. And so the biggest thing you can do is be the best that you possibly can be and live it to its fullest. So with that being said, you guys, I really just want to thank Carol so much for getting on with me today. I know, again, this isn't easy for either one of us, you guys, to open up and be this vulnerable. It's not easy. So I just really, really appreciate Carol. I appreciate your time. I love your energy. I love it. I love it. I wish we could be together like every month. I think it would keep everybody up and going. But we will be together soon in Vegas.
I really want to do another live with you and have... Lauren's real good at, I'm going to tell you, she knows the products like, what am I trying to say, Lauren? You know, she did a little thing for us in California, y'all, to where she could give us information about some of the products. And we have more than CBD and more than collagen and more than enzymes. Right. And I'd like to go back and do another live with Lauren and let her come on and do a little bit more about our products, so you'll know there's so much more to this company than just 2 or 3 items. So I want to thank Lauren so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Carol. I would love to do that. So we'll talk, and I'll definitely schedule
All
that.
right.
Because it's true, guys. If you follow along with us, you will be blown away because health and wellness is absolutely insane. I mean, the industry is booming, and the plant-based industry, and all that we have our hands on. We have unicorns in this company that have helped so many people in total body health. So I'd love to share more of that with you guys. So thank you, Carol, so
Thank
much. And you
you.
guys, if you get and you have questions, reach out to Carol if you're on her line, and reach out to me if you're on mine. All
All
right.
right.
Bye, guys. Bye, Carol.
Bye. Thank